Someone says, hashtag kill room. Someone else says, just rinse it off when you're done.
Cruelty, symbolism, Screamer, eat what thou wilt.
And they force you to do things, and they photograph it, they film it. The whole purpose for that is to either blackmail you into staying with them or split your mind up so that you don't even remember who you are.
The FBI has been informed as to everything that has come out of Benassi's mouth.
DarkDox Digest.
Welcome to DarkDox Digest. I am your host, Christian Coffins. Today is September 13th, 2022. I had a great weekend. As some of you might know, my birthday is on 9/11. 9/11/01 was actually my 18th birthday, and what a way to become a man, right? Buy cigarettes, Twin Towers go down, Department of Homeland Security gets founded, Dick Cheney was running the North American Air Defense Drill Valiant Warrior on the morning of 9/11, which was a simulation involving hijacked airliners going into the World Trade Center, confusing the FAA and NORAD enough to ask on audio recordings from the flight tower that we have, is this real life or exercise? And anyway, I could go on and on and on and on and on about 9/11. At DarkDox.com we have a huge 9/11 archive. Definitely check that out. It's weird hearing, I was watching Sav Says on Band.video, and she was asking people, man on the street kind of thing, about how they feel about 9/11, and it just really breaks my heart, the lack of appreciation and sorrow for the people who died, the victims, and also not just of 9/11, the first responders, that the EPA lied and said that there was air, that the air was safe to breathe, so take off your mask because you're scaring people. And then we had this pandemic where, you have to wear a mask, right? So it's like, make up your mind. But also, all of the people that were affected and died because of the war on terror and all of that stuff. And I mean, it's just sad to see that these younger people that weren't born yet, or were so young when it happened, that they're like, January 6th was worse. We just want to pull our teeth out when we hear things like that. Anyway, I had not a very activist weekend, but it's funny, the activism always seems to find me no matter what I'm doing. I went to Howl-o-Scream at SeaWorld Orlando, and much to my surprise, I wasn't expecting this, but they had a drag show, and I was like, well, I gotta go see this. And of course, the first thing that goes through my mind, being Christian Coffins running DarkDox.com, are they gonna let kids in? And if so, are they going to be doing weird, raunchy sex stuff around the kids or getting them involved? Like, what's going on? So I was like, I got to film this thing. And to be fair, before we get started and you get your pitchforks out and stuff, it wasn't that bad. There were no kids there. Now, I'm not sure if I was with my son when I went to this thing, would they not let me in? Or because, my son's 12 years old, and he's very mature for his age, but still, I would never take him to such a thing, because, drag shows are for adults. Why are they for adults? Because they are talking about sex, and not just sexual intercourse for procreation, but rather, premarital sex, typically homosexual sex. And I found that really interesting. That SeaWorld Orlando, they tend to kind of have like a Christian conservative, America first, patriotic kind of vibe to their programming. So I found this pretty interesting, the juxtaposition of having a drag queen at SeaWorld. So I recorded it, and we'll go over, I'll be stopping at points and stuff for commentary. You'll hear throughout I think 2 or 3 times he calls someone Ellen DeGeneres. He's talking about me because my hair's kind of short, like Ellen, I suppose. So without any further ado, here is the drag show at SeaWorld Orlando 2022's Howl-o-Scream.
Serpentina Moray, the evil goddess of the sea. You're one lucky group of landwalkers to be chosen by Serpentina. Some of you were chosen to be her midnight snack. Some of you were chosen to be her midnight companions. And some of you, she may just throw back. The Dark Goddess will expect you to be on your worst behavior, so be sure to scream like the rowdy sailors you are, because there's nothing Serpentina despises more than an unappreciative crowd. Are you ready to bathe our goddess in the adoration she deserves and demands? Sure. Then put your hands together and welcome Serpentina!
So in order not to get snagged by YouTube's algorithms for copyright, I changed out the music that was in the show to some copyright-free music. So during this number, Serpentina is lip-syncing to I'm Coming Out, the remix for that song. I think it's like Diana Ross, sampled by Puff Daddy at some point, but yeah, it's that song.
Deity of the deep, you may applaud! Thank you, and I know what you're thinking. Gosh, you're having a lot of mixed emotions right now. Fear, admiration, curiosity. Oh, and lust, look at you with that Ellen DeGeneres haircut, yes, queen! Oh.
I love that I got a Yaz Queen out of the drag queen at SeaWorld's Howl-o-Scream. You know, like the voice kind of reminds me of Robin Williams and Mrs. Doubtfire, especially when he says like admiration.
But I know you're asking yourself, Serpentina, how could you have lived and ruled for thousands of years when you don't look a day over 30? 25. Oh, I like you with a little side pony over here. Oh, you're right, my little babies, my little sea cucumbers. You see, oh, for several millennia, I ruled as a monstrous sea serpent with giant tentacles that could reach the sky. And when I craved a snack, and I love a snack, I would raise my tentacles above the sea, wrap them around passing ships, and pull them down to the deeps to be devoured at my whim. But today, it called for a gentler approach, you see. I don't want to be, as you land dwellers say, cancelled! So I transformed myself into the gorgeous goddess you see before you! But don't worry, I did keep one of my tentacles. Maybe I'll let you see it later. Oh. So what do you say? Do you like the new...
So, yeah, again, if this is for adults, awesome. You know, I don't care. It can be raunchy. It can be sexy. You can talk about showing people your tentacle. As long as everyone that is in here is 18 and over. I feel that if there was a child here under the age of 18, I mean, maybe 16 or 17, but like, I mean, you know, you're talking about sex, and you know, yeah, I mean, it kind of borders into groomer area when children are allowed to be a part of things like this that are very sexually suggestive. I don't know. Please leave a comment below. I'm trying to be as fair as possible. Again, I had a good time. I thought everything was in good taste in terms of this being an adult performance. It's late at night. You have to buy a ticket. It was like an $11 cover. I actually got in for free because I'm a Gold Pass member at SeaWorld.
Thank you, bald guy in the back. Do you like the newish me? Yeah! Good, because I'm a whole lot of woman. Jacques. Oh, round of applause for Jacques, everyone.
So yeah, again, for adults, totally fine. But if a kid was there, the rubbing of the nipples, the grinding on the dude, like, this is an adult show. So, yeah, I'm not going to harp on it on every occasion, but just to point it out, because I believe, tend to have been desensitized to a lot of this stuff. By design, programmed that that's totally acceptable behavior for a guy to dress up like a woman and rub himself and grope somebody else and talk about showing a tentacle to someone in the crowd. And through Netflix and a lot of the Disney movies even, just kind of throwing it out there a little bit more. And of course, you have things like Rick and Morty, which has open pedophilia in the pilot, and then it's kind of suggested on the TV show. They kind of get away with whatever they can, wherever they can. But this has been going on for so long. We've been covering it for so long that you see people just kind of, that things that we're putting up with now, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, if you would have showed it to somebody, they would have been even more. We're becoming kind of whittled down and less offended, which can be a good thing in some arenas. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think a lot of people get offended about a lot of things that they shouldn't, but having people being sexual and doing all of that in front of children, again, it's not even a transphobic or homophobic thing that I'm even talking about here. Because again, I went to the drag show. I was there. I had a good time. It's not a big deal. It doesn't do anything for me other than that I was morbidly curious in terms, pun intended, being at Howl-o-Scream.
Isn't he beautiful? Look at this. She's like, yes, queen, mama slay. And I'm talking about the guy behind you, yeah. Oh, you see, Jacques here, centuries ago, was a sailor, much like all of you. Oh, Jacques, sorry, Mama doesn't do stairs. Thank you. Oh, you see, he was a sailor, and then one day he took a deep dive into my hideaway. Oh, and he's really never left. He really knows how to treat a goddess, if you know what I mean. Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. Now, he doesn't speak very much, ladies, which is quite wonderful, isn't it? Thank you, gentlemen. But he sure does make up for that in the looks department. Am I wrong? I'm so right. Yes, queen. has become my favorite seaman. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah, so my favorite seaman, you know, all of these things inside of my cavern, you know, this... I mean, it's well written, I'll give him that, you know. But yeah, like I was saying before, like this is... if there was a sexually provocative, heterosexual, like if this was actually a woman, you know, like inside of this outfit with, you know, when I say a woman, I'm talking about biologically born a female with a vagina and breasts and reproductive organs, and these breasts can make milk when she's pregnant because she's a woman. And this same script was there. It would be totally inappropriate equally for a child to hear, like, it's creepy, right? You know, like, no. I mean, it's funny when it's all adults. It becomes creepy when it's being done in front of children. So again, I would like SeaWorld to reach out to me. I'm going to send them this video. And, you know, again, I'm not trying to start anything. I'm not even complaining. I'm just curious for a follow-up. Are children allowed to go to this show? Because I've seen a couple of videos from this thing opened this past weekend, and I've already seen a couple of videos, but I haven't seen any children, so that's something I'd really like to know.
Oh my gosh, you know what, Jacques? They've really got to know us quite a bit. I think it's time we get to know them. Let's see. Oh, thank you for the voice. Oh, look at you, like Ariel. Over here sitting on the rock waiting for a wave to splash among her. Oh, what is your name? Kyle, of course it is. Kyle! Kyle, where are you from? What sea? Orlando. Sounds so beautiful. What do you do in Orlando? You work for the other place, the one that doesn't have a drag queen. Oh, guess who's losing now? Oh, look at you, he's so nervous. Don't be nervous, are you a lesbian? Me too, I did that once in college, it was beautiful. What is it? She's what? She's yours? Oh, you come as a set? You met at Home Depot? Whatever it is, I'll let it happen. Hold on, I'm scooching through. Oh, look at this gorgeous goddess in the back. What is your name, cutesy? Give it up for Yvonne, everyone! Yvonne, thank you for bringing your best friend your bush tonight. She never leaves home with... You're also a lesbian, apparently. Apparently the cats are here as well, but you let them free range. Yvonne, where are you from? You forgot. She's a drunk, people. She's a drunk. She's from Kissimmee, of course she is. Give it up for Yvonne! Well, I really shouldn't play with my food, but Mama does need a snack after all. I am only a size 2. How dare you? Okay, a size 22, but do you smell that in the air? No, it's not the lesbians. You're so toxic. Hit it! Wow, thank you for that. That was probably the best I've had all night. Oh my goodness. Round of applause for the horny devil in the front. Oh my goodness, you are so beautiful. Thank you. You know what? I'm a little hungry, Jacques. I think Mama needs a snack. Can I get my blood-teeny? Anyone here drinking? Woo! 2 people. It's all the homosexuals. Perfect. Everyone, thank you, Jacques, darling. Everyone, glasses up, glasses up. Let's do a toast, all right? It's not the length. It's not the size. It's how often we make the ocean rise. Toss it back, people.
I just had to get the light up cup. I'm a sucker for those things. It actually made for a pretty interesting shot.
Oh, excuse me. Thank you, that is not very ladylike. Okay, moving on. So, you know what? It has been a while since I've had a snack. There's a long story. Jacques stairs. Thank you, Mama. All right, so you see, I'm assuming you've all met the sirens across the lake, yes? Yeah. No. You little Ellen DeGeneres 2 haircut. I see you. Don't you dare applaud for those barnacle bitches. Those unoriginal piles of seahorse shit. They took all my men for me. Yes, my yummy, dummy, hug. Man, they've all left with them for me. It's not okay, it's just not. I mean, me, Serpentine, is the one that women feared, men adored, and those who live against the gender binary praise. Thank you for that, I appreciate that. You know what? I really am hating all of them, and I think I just miss the good old days.
At this point, they are playing Memories from Cats, I guess. Yeah, he's loving it.
Kidding, I would never make you listen to Cats. No, not today, babies. I'm evil, I'm not cruel. Stop it. No, there'll be no sad songs for the sea chanteuse. Not tonight. I just hate those sea sirens. Don't you worry, this bottom is gonna be a top, people. Wait. This bottom dweller is going to be on top, and I will get my full reign back. Don't you think I won't? Oh, that's all right. Someone said once, payback is a bad bitch. And babies, I'm the baddest. It couldn't hurt to have a little more, could it? Thank you. Thank you, my little babies. You know, I really came out here tonight to have a beautiful buffet and eat every last one of you. Especially you with the beard in the front. Beard in the front, what is your name?
Jordan.
Oh, Jordan. Jordan, I think we're going to send all these people back to the surface. I'm not going to eat any of them, but it's up to you, Jordan. Do you think all of these people here are good, or are they bad?
Not as good as me.
They're good? How about I just keep you, Jordan, eat you, and send everyone else to the shore? Yeah, everyone's on board with that. I have such a horrible record of letting all the good ones go. Hit it, DJ! Deep level and take a couple photos with Jacques and myself. Will you take some photos with me? Yeah! Beautiful. Now, I do hope you'll come back and all visit me and Jacques at the Hideaway of the Lost Souls. Give yourselves a round of applause. Ta-ta, ta-ta. All right, let's take some photos, Jacques. Let's do it.
Again, I'd like this to be a positive thing. I don't want this to seem like some kind of witch hunt or homophobe, transphobe thing. You know, if children are not allowed to the show, cool. That's awesome. I went, I had a good time. I'm not curious. It seemed, you know, harmless enough for adults to joke about sex and tentacles and things like that. I have no problem with it. I mean, I'm not some fuddy-duddy that's like, no one should be able to go to this thing and it shouldn't exist. Like, no, like, there's always been homosexual people, there's always been cross-dressers and some sort of drag queen and different cultures. I mean, that's not what we're doing here. That's what, I mean, if you're more, you know, I guess evangelical Christian and you're like, oh, you know, their sinners are going to go to hell. You know, that's, I'm a libertarian. That's their deal, all of that stuff. Here at DarkDox.com, we're focused on not grooming children with drag queen story time and taking them to pride events where people are practically naked, sometimes like straight up showing their genitals, grinding on each other. Totally inappropriate, should not be happening in front of children. If you want to do that stuff, you know, have it inside of a nightclub that's 21 and up, and there's, you know, you have to show an ID when you come in. That's how things have always been, and that keeps kids safe and not being perverted. Let them have a childhood. Let them actually enjoy the innocence of childhood without having strap-ons and, you know, lube and stuff shoved in. It's like, I love that cartoon of like the kid coming home from school and his mom's like, how was school today? And he like throws up a rainbow. Like, you know, it's like, again, we're not shoving heterosexual sex down there, and then, you know, some people argue, oh, well, you know, every movie's a rom-com or a love story where like it's a guy and a girl getting together and kissing and falling in love, and it's because that's how we procreate. That's how you have a new generation, and everyone loves a love story, and this guy is a Jim O'Rear's Wacky World, so I thought he did a pretty good video.
A lot of entertainment, including the first ever drag cabaret to ever be done in any major theme park. A huge thing. This one right here at the Lost Souls Hideaway, though, is amazing because this features the first drag cabaret ever done in a major theme park, and whoever came up with this idea and approved this idea, kudos. It's brilliant because this needed to be done to bring drag to the theme park audience. It features Serpentina Moray, who is actually Tora Hyman right there performing as that character. Tora Hyman is it's a brilliant name to begin with, but Tora Hyman is totally entertaining and hilarious and fun, and you gotta see this show. It is so much fun. I have been watching drag shows for the last 30 years. My old television show, Underground Entertainment, was one of the first shows to actually put drag queens on television, and we caught a lot of flack for that, a lot of hatred for it. And I am really surprised that the theme park has not done this yet, to bring a drag cabaret to an audience, because I would have thought 30 years later, surely this would be a widely accepted art form, but this is the first time in a theme park, and Tora Hyman pulls it off. It is so much fun. Look at everybody having a good time. Get there early because the venue only seats about 70 people, so make sure that you're there early to see the show, and stick around afterwards and make sure you get photos with Tora. So much fun. Now, there are a lot of themed eateries like this, Jack the Ripper Eats, but watch the menu, because here at Crawling Cravings, look, they have cricket sandwiches, grasshopper tacos, and ant pretzels, and yeah, there are real bugs in those.
You'll eat these bugs! So, again, now, to be fair, there have been like dehydrated crickets and all kinds of things at like science museums and stuff. Like since I was a kid, they would put them in lollipops, and they would have like ant raisinets and this and that. So I mean, it's not too far-fetched to have bugs and stuff in food at like a Halloween thing where that's kind of creepy and kind of a a dare that you might order that, or see if your friend wants to get it. But I think it's interesting that now with the whole Great Reset and trying to get people off of cow and actual like proteins and things, that they're starting to introduce these bug proteins and trying to mainstream them into regular cuisine. Something that the No Agenda show has been regularly covering, that if you look at the trades in terms of food processing, all of the stuff to process meats and stuff is kind of getting phased out, and all of this stuff to turn cricket proteins and things into everything that you eat is coming through. So that was kind of an interesting side note. Good catch, by the way, to this guy, because I didn't even notice that. Anyway, so yeah, I would like definitely the drag queen, who I thought did a really good job, definitely reach out to us, and and as well as SeaWorld. I'd like to know if children would be allowed into this. If so, we have a problem with it, and we'll protest and do whatever needs to be done to let them know like that's not okay. But as far as them having it for adults, no problem with it whatsoever. So right now we're working on DarkDox.com, making it as secure as possible for our online shop and transactions to be safe. It's kind of a to-do working with like Cloudflare, and it's not as easy as it used to be back when you didn't need an SSL certificate and it was the Wild West of the internet. So that's why DarkDox.com is down right now. You can still go to tv.darkdox.com. I'm uploading stuff pretty regularly, almost on a daily basis. There's plenty to watch over there, as well as we are on Twitter again. We'll see how long that lasts. You can go to twitter.com/DarkDox Digest in order to, follow us, and we'll be posting stuff there. We're also on Rumble. That's rumble.com /DarkDox Digest, or just search for DarkDox Digest, which is right there. Yeah, that's how you spell that. We're on BitChute as DarkDox, just DarkDox. So you can search for us there. And of course, we have this YouTube channel. Again, we've been kicked off of YouTube, I don't know, a dozen times. And for a while, I was just like, I'm not even going to try to start a new channel. But, now that we have a new season of DarkDox Digest, this is episode 2, I decided, hey, let's have a DarkDox. And preemptively, knowing that we're probably going to get kicked off again, and I'm going to set up another one, we'll get kicked off again, we have DarkDoxYouTube.com, which when you type that into your browser, DarkDoxYouTube.com, it will take you to the current DarkDox YouTube channel. So right now it's going to
we're building, the nation
this
where
channel.
No one is left behind.
But like I said, when they kick this one off, we'll point it to the next one and the next one and the next one. They can't get rid of us. I have created some playlists, some uploads. We have uploaded some stuff that wasn't on any of the other channels. We also tagged everything that was on other channels and the Sacred Owls channel. For a while I was posting a lot of stuff to the Sacred Owls channel. So definitely subscribe to all of them, and that way you can make sure that you get our information. I'd like you to thank SeaWorld for getting back to us when they do, and you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, whether you love this or you hate this, or you have questions or you have a comment. Please comment below. It helps the algorithms, helps people find this. Share this video with friends and family, and beware, take care. This is information warfare.
DarkDox is value for value. Email info@darkdox.com to see how you can help the project. This is information warfare. This is the end of the transmission.